Hello. Today I am making a Christmas ornament cover. I don't know if I'm completely in view here. I'm going to try to make sure I stay in view. What I have done is I've put enough beads on. And the pattern's supposed to be 4 11-0s and 8-0 and 4 11-0s until you have 9 8-0s all the way around. If you have small beads like these are, you might need to put 5 in between your 8-0s just to get it to go all the way around. That's what I had to do. Now the pattern, once you make it all the way around, you come out an 8-0, and it's really supposed to be 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and 4 11-0s, and then go back up through your 8-0, and then do that all the way around. And so when you get to there, you come out the 8-0. That's where I'm at. So you should have, if you have to use 5, it's 45 11-0s and 9 8-0s. You have to come up with an odd number of your big bead that you're going to put here. It has to be 9. If you're making smaller, be 7, but that's a pretty small ornament. And if you want to make a bigger one, it'd probably need to be 11. So it needs to be an odd number. If you're using Toho, you probably will only need 4 11-0s at around the top between your 8-0s. You come out of the 8-0 and you use, regardless if it's big or small beads, you use 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and 4 11-0s, and that's your pattern. Do that all the way around until you catch up with me. And from here, it's just sort of like, you can just do what you want and just create a pattern, but it has to be consistent. And you pick out some big bead that you want to be on the bottom, and that's what I'm going to use the pearls for, the bottom. So between now and then, I'm just going to repeat this pattern, adding a little length to it once I get past a couple of rows, and I'll show you what I mean whenever we get there. For right now, I'm going to still do the 4 11-0s and an 8-0 for my pattern. So pick up 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and 4 11-0s. And then you skip over and go through your next 8-0. Now this won't work on the next row. See how it's straightening out? So every other row has to be a little more beads, and I'll show you what I mean when we get there. Because the pattern we used up here is now straight across down here. But that's what we want. So 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and 4 11-0s. And do that all the way around. Go into your next 8-0. And take that all the way around, and then meet me back at the 8-0 where we started at. Okay, I just have a couple left. Sorry. Trying to get adjusted here. This is your last 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and 4 11-0s. Come back through the 8-0 where you started, Now go through the next 4 beads, dropping down next to the next 8-0, and come out there at that 8-0 down there in the next row. Now from here, we're going to add a couple beads. Let's see. Yeah, this is where you can, if you want to add crystals, you can add crystals on this row. And I want to put a row of crystals here. Well, I'm going to use the little 4mm. 6mm will be too big. So we'll just pour some of them out. These are clear ones. So once again, you can pick up 4 11-0s, a crystal, and 4 11-0s, an 8-0, and repeat this pattern again. 4 11-0s, and crystal, and 4 11-0s, and you should have this. We 8-0 in the middle of the new pattern. And from here, you're going to go from this 8-0 to the next 8-0. So now you are dropping down. This will make you drop down along the side of the ornament. Like that. And that's what you should have. Continue that all the way around. I'll do some more with you. Four 11-0s. A crystal, 4mm, 4 11-0s, an 8-0, 4 11-0s, a crystal, and 4 11-0s. That's what you should have. And go through your next 8-0 across the way. Skip that one and go to the point of the next one. You should have this. And repeat that until you go all the way around. 4 11-0s, a 4mm crystal, and 4 11-0s, an 8-0, 4 11-0s, a crystal, and 4 11-0s. Do you have that? Go into the next 8-0 across the way. Finish this row and I will be back. Okay. I still have a couple rows to do. Now on your last row, you pick up your pattern, and you'll be going up here in your 8/0 that you first started out of. Check your pattern ever so often. And go through your last 8/0, bring it all down. Make sure it's all pulled all the way around, not tight, just taut. Now, go through your beads, skip all the way down to your next 8/0 down in the bottom, and come out there. Now always check. Always put it on, check, see where you're at. So it's looking like that. Okay. This is where it starts getting tricky. You can either do the same pattern again, and it should be fine. Usually I do the same patterns 2 times in a row and then change it. So we're going to do the same pattern again. So you need to make sure you have enough beads. I might be going to run out of beads and have to make a support too. But we'll see. I'm going to keep beading until I see what happens. I'm going to pour out all the little white beads that I have left and see how far we can go. I may have to go to the store tomorrow and do a part B. But for right now, it looks pretty good. So we're going to do the same pattern. Those are 4mm crystals. Those are clear. You can use whatever you want. So 4 11/0s again, the same pattern. And crystal, 4 11/0s. And 8/0. And repeat, 4 11/0s. And crystal, and 4 11/0s. And go across the way to your next 8/0. See? And so how that straightens out more. To do 2 of the same patterns in a row. We might be able to get away with 3. I don't know. I think it'll be too straight on the 3rd one. So do this pattern all the way around again. I'll do one more with you. If the camera shuts off, then we will pick up where we left off today, or pick up tomorrow, or for part 2, whenever that may be, later today or tomorrow, okay? So pick up an 8/0, same pattern we were doing on the last row above us. And crystal, 4 11 O's. Going the one across the way to the 8-0. Continue that around. Okay. And I have a couple more to do. I'll do them with you. To 8-0. And go into your last 8-0. Make sure there's no gaps all the way around. Because your thread gets wonky sometimes. Now I think that's still pretty loose to where we could probably continue that. If you have enough crystals, and that should be enough. You should have like 9 each. Well, 9 for each point, so that'd be 18 crystals to make it around for each row that you do that. So if you want to count them out, so it's 18. 18 4mm. These are mixed up from last year when I was making these. I was so done making ornaments. So, all you do is go down through your beads to the point of your 8-0 again. Make sure you don't miss no beads. And come out your 8-0. Now, I'm running real close to being out of thread, but I'm going to use up what I have. And then I'll show you what to do. And of course, you would just run this up in case of the pongola. You would run your old thread up into your work, you know, and tie it off. And then you want to start your thread back here somewhere and come down and leave, start up where you left off, because you need to be going in the same direction. So we're going to continue with the same pattern because it was still drapey. So we're going to do it one more time and see how straight it gets. So there'll be 4 11-0s. Crystal, 4 11-0s, an 8-0, 4 11-0s, a crystal, and 4 11-0s, and we're going to see what it looks like. Pull it down. Let's see what it looks like. Go across to the next point where the 8-0 is, across the way. Now, get your bulb, put it on there, and pull your thread. Now that's hugging the bulb. That's what you want. See how it's, you see how it's laying across? It's hugging it. It's hugging it. It's just right. Now, in the next row after this, usually on this row, right here at this point, I started putting like little Christmas wreaths right there. But I don't know what this person really wants. I think it would be very cute. Of course, you could put like a little drop there or something if you wanted to. You know, if you circle around, you can make a little circle there if you want to. Like, for instance, you could put an odd amount of beads. You could put 5 or 7. I'm going to be taking this out because I'm not going to do this. Then just showing you stuff that you could do to decorate. You could put a wreath here, use green crystals, and either use, I think, probably 5 crystals and make a nice wreath right there. But see, those were 4mm crystals. See how cute that would be? But there's somebody that wants this, so I'm not going to, you know, decorate it like I'm wanting to do it. But there's an option. You could put anything there. And then, that would look really cute right there. Anything you can think of. I used green bicons. And I don't remember how many it was because it was last year that I did it. And I made little Christmas wreaths there. So, I don't know. I don't remember how I did it. I'd have to try to do it. I think I used like a red one to start off with or something. And I went through it twice. I don't remember. It's been a year ago. And what's bad is when you make something like somebody for that, like that, and Don gave it to somebody he works with, and they didn't, I guess they maybe thought it was store-bought or something, that they never even said wow or nothing, you know, so I said I'm never making them one again. Okay. So those are a lot of possibilities of stuff you could do there. But continue the same pattern. That's the 3rd time in a row. And see how it's curving. That's because it'll be hugging your bulb. Now on the next row after this one we're on right now, will have to be a change. In fact, we're probably going to drape down really big compared to what this was, you know. How it looked big up there, it's going to be another big dip. And then we'll probably put on some kind of a decoration at the end of it. So, continue on with that. And I'm going to do one more with you. So, 411s. Your crystal 411s. And 80. Same pattern. 411s. Crystal 411s, and skip across to your next 80. To be way over here, don't get them confused. Always skip an 80 in the middle so you have your drapery. Don't get them confused. There should be an 80 always in the middle that you're skipping. Continue that all the way around. Now I'm going to put you on pause. If I lose you, I'll start the video over. Yes. Be right back. Okay. This is going to take a lot more time to do these now. I'm scared of the phone going off, so I'm just going to kind of stay on with you. And I'm running out of thread. So I don't know which is going to happen first, the next row or thread. So I'm just going to bead with you guys. I've tried to make the video as short as I could without losing it. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying so hard to get a video done and teach you guys some stuff. For you beginners that maybe don't know this, know how to make one of these, and this is the easiest way to remember how to make one. Always skip an 8/0 and go down to your point from your row above. Crystal. Needle. I have to look once in a while to see where I'm at. I would be using different colors if it wasn't. This is for somebody, so. An 8/0. A crystal. 4 more 11/0s. Check, make sure you have your pattern. Always hold my hand, try to skip over to where I know where it's going to go in. Once you get your pattern, everything on. I might have just enough thread to maybe do a couple more, and then I don't know, we'll be able to finish going around or not. We might be able to finish this round and then tie off. Crystal. An 8/0. Crystal. 11/0. Check your pattern. Bring it down. Go across the way. See where we're at. Oh, we're on our last one. And I barely made it around. So I might make us a 2-part video, because I'm really worried about losing it. I do not want to lose this video. An 8/0. And crystal. And 4 11/0s. Pull it down, check your pattern. Go across the way where you meet up with where you started at. Go through your 8/0. Put it on your bulb and check it. You should do that with each row, just to see what it's going to look like. I think this pattern is good all the way down because it did not pull tight. And we can do one more like that. Maybe two more like that until it's even to your bulb down here. But for right now, I don't have the thread to do that. I probably got like, I don't know, about 8 inches of thread. That'd be right in the middle of a row. So what I would rather do is before you start another row, run your thread. What I would do is I'd run it up. Because if you run out of thread down below, you're going to be running it up. So just run it up through your work. Try not to miss any beads. Make sure everything's pulled taut. I'm going to go up another row. I want to get away from that area, because I can use that area down there for if I need to add thread further down. So go up, 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 up. Okay. I'm going to come up between this bead, right beside the 8/0. Hold your thread steady in place. And go through your thread. Make sure it don't loop around your bead. Pull it down and tie it right there. Okay. Now that it's tied on that side, you'll have to go back down through these beads. And see, by doing this with an even row done, you can start anywhere on that bottom row now. Go through this bead. You can turn and even go back up there. And because your 8/0 is a, I don't know what you call that, an intersection. That's a good word for it. And so I'm going to tie another little knot here. Don't let it get too crazy on you. Okay. Now that you tied on that side of the thread, you have to go back down. I'm just going to go down a few, and I'm going to cut it. The thread is not long enough to do anything with. So I'm just going to cut off down to about that much. And I just sizzle the end a little bit with a lighter, just to put a little tip on it and keep it from going through all the beads real easily. Make a little ball of wax on the end. And so I'm going to load this video up, and you'll have to watch for part 2. So far we're down to here, and the next part we will be decorating the fringe on here. It'll be another row or so, and then it will drop down and do the fringe. Okay, until then, thanks for watching, and like and share, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye.